I'm here at the house of Drew Rintoul, 21-year-old Sheffield Hallam student and chief executive owner of Unrefined Clothing. We're here today to speak to Drew about what it's like to own a business, run a business, and try and cope with university life at the same time. So when did you first come up with the idea of Unrefined Clothing?
The idea for Unrefined started when I was about 16, 17. I first got into independent clothing, first started buying their stuff, looking at what they were doing and really admiring what companies that I was buying from, what they were doing and putting out. So when I came to university, I had quite a lot of free time and I was really into, well, I've always been into music and illustration and stuff, so I decided to combine all those things and create my own company with the spare time that I had.
And what does the brand Unrefined mean? What does it stand for?
As an ethos, it is to literally take music and lyrics and create designs directly from those lyrics and just produce images to be put onto the apparel.
And since first year, when you started the business, how far do you think Unrefined has come? I mean, how successful has it actually been in those 3 years?
It's definitely gone from strength to strength. In the first year, I was just a typical kind of bedroom brand, nothing going on, other than me having a store, selling a t-shirt a week maybe. Only UK orders as well, and I've gone on to having loads of different designs, hats, stuff like that, orders from all around the world. So yeah, it's definitely come on leaps and bounds.
Orders from all around the world? Whereabouts?
Places as far as like Australia, Singapore, Germany, all around Europe and stuff like that.
And I'm right in thinking that you run Unrefined single-handedly from your bedroom. That is where it all happens, where it all takes place. Is that not difficult?
It's difficult at times, like especially coupled with university where sometimes the stress gets to you, but I don't know what it's like running a company with someone else there to help me with it and like take the stress off and stuff like that. So, I mean, it is difficult, but I'm comfortable with what I'm doing at the moment and I'm used to it. So.
And you say that, does that mean that if the company was to expand, you might struggle to work with other people? Do you think it would be difficult to have people working for you when you've become so used to doing it all on your own?
I don't think it'd be difficult, but because I'm used to working by myself and I've got my own process of doing things, like I have an idea for a design, I'll sketch it up and draw it up myself and stuff like that. And I'm used to having things the way that I want the designs to look. I mean, it would be different, but I don't think it'd be too difficult.
Do you still see Unrefined as a hobby, or do you class it as work now?
It's a bit of a mix now. I mean, it started off purely as a hobby, like not really to make any money at all, just something like ambitious little project that I wanted to get going. But as it's come on quite a lot, as I'm nearing the end of my course, I've only got about a month left. I need to think about job opportunities and stuff. So, I mean, I'd like to push it into an actual career for myself, but it's just a case of getting it to that stage.
And you talk about university. Do you feel that Unrefined has taken over university at times? Do you feel that you should have focused more on university when you've actually been focusing on getting a design out or a new order shipped?
There's definitely been a couple of times that I've put it before my university work, which is a bit silly, but I mean, I'm very passionate about what I'm doing at the moment, so it's just something that needs to be done really for it to get to that final stage.
In terms of being an independent brand, is there not a worry that if the company was to get bigger, then you kind of would sell out because you'd no longer be an independent brand if you were forced to sell it in shops to really make a living? Do you not feel that?
I think there's always that kind of worry with anything that's independent, like even with bands and stuff. I mean, there's a few companies around that have got stopped by quite big like chain stores, and as a result of that, some people will point the finger and say they've sold out. But I think those companies have still got the original founders of the companies like behind them, still doing the same design. So I don't think they have sold out at all. I think as long as I was behind the company myself, still doing it by myself and stuff, it would be the same to me.
So can you see Unrefined getting big? Can you see yourself carrying on after university as a source of income?
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to throw in the towel of Unrefined. I mean, after university, I'd like to continue it, like carry on going with it, producing designs and stuff. I mean, I'm not really sure where it will take me, not sure where it will go, but I'd like to hope that it'd come on and like get bigger and bigger.
And finally, would you recommend to other students anywhere in England, building a business isn't that difficult to do alongside of university? Do you think it's something you would advise to definitely take up?
You've got to consider the time constraints really. If you've got the spare time around your work and stuff, and it's not going to affect your studies and stuff like that too much, I'd say definitely go for it. If you get the funding for it, especially.
And would we be able to have a quick look in the office and look at where the magic happens?
Yeah, in the office. Okay. This is the bedroom / office where I do all of the designs. This is the basic equipment that I use to do the designs.
Would you be able to show us how it all works?
Yeah, I'll make you guys a logo, something like that.
Oh, brilliant! That'd be quality. Cheers. So we now know what it's like to be a student at Sheffield Hallam and own your own business. We've got our free hat for the day. I'm Luke Atherton, reporting for The Mystery Shopper.